Yo, what's up? Ricky Sanders here. If you live for fast cars, greasy hands, and solving problems under the hood, welcome to your new favourite spot. I'm all about real fixes, no BS, and showing you how to keep your ride running like a champ. So go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's make some noise in the garage. Enough talk. Let's get ready.
What is an internal combustion engine? Internal combustion engine is an internal combustion engine. This is how, and no other way, this abbreviation is deciphered. It can often be found on various automobile websites and forums, but as practice shows, not all people know this deciphering. What is an internal combustion engine in a car? It is the powertrain that drives the movement of the wheels. The internal combustion engine is the heart of any car. Without this structural part, the car cannot be called a car. It is this unit that drives everything, all other mechanisms, as well as electronics. History of origin. The history of the internal combustion engine began more than 300 years ago, when the first primitive drawing was made by Leonardo da Vinci. It was his development that laid the foundation for the creation of the internal combustion engine, the device of which can be observed on any road. In 1861, da Vinci's drawing was used to make the first draft of a two-stroke motor. At that time, there was no talk of installing a power unit on an automobile project, although steam internal combustion engines were already actively used on the railroad. The first to develop the device of the automobile and to introduce internal combustion engines on a mass scale was the legendary Henry Ford, whose cars are still very popular. He was also the first to publish the book, Engine, its structure and scheme of operation. In the modern world, there is a wide application of internal combustion engines. They are equipped not only in cars, but aviation, and due to the simplicity of design and maintenance is installed on many types of vehicles and as alternating current power generators. Principle of engine operation. How does a car engine work? This question is asked by many motorists. We will try to give the most complete and concise answer to this question. The principle of operation of the internal combustion engine is based on two factors, injection and compression torque. It is based on these actions that the motor puts everything into action. If we consider how the internal combustion engine works, it is worth understanding that there are tacks, which divide the units into one-stroke, two-stroke, and four-stroke. Depending on where the internal combustion engine is installed, this is how the tacks are distinguished. Modern automobile engines are equipped with four-stroke parts, which are perfectly balanced and work perfectly. But one-stroke and two-stroke motors are usually installed on mopeds, motorcycles and other equipment. So, let's consider the internal combustion engine and its principle of operation. On the example of a gasoline engine, fuel enters the combustion chamber through the injection system. Spark plugs give a spark and the fuel-air mixture is ignited. The piston, which is in the cylinder, goes down under pressure, which drives the crankshaft. The crankshaft transmits motion through the clutch and gearbox to the drive shafts, which in turn drive the wheels. How the internal combustion engine is organized. The device of the car engine can be considered by the tacks of operation of the main power unit. Tactics are a kind of cycles of internal combustion engines, without which it is impossible to do without. Let's consider the principle of operation of the car engine from the side of the tacks, injection. The piston makes a downward movement, the intake valve of the respective cylinder head is opened and the combustion chamber is filled with an air-fuel mixture. Compression. The piston moves into the VTM and at the highest point a spark occurs which causes the ignition of the mixture, which is pressurized. Working stroke. The piston moves into the NTM under the pressure of the ignited mixture and the resulting exhaust gases. All four cycles are also called the actual cycles of the internal combustion engine. This is how a standard gasoline four-stroke motor works. There is also a 5-stroke rotary engine and 6-stroke power units of the new generation, but the technical characteristics and operating modes of the engine of such a design will be considered in other articles of our portal. General device of internal combustion engines. The device of the internal combustion engine is quite simple, to those who have already faced their repair, and heavy enough for someone who does not yet have an idea about this unit. The power unit includes in its structure several important systems. Let's consider the general structure of the engine. Injection system. Cylinder block. The head of the block. Gas distribution mechanism. Lubrication system. Cooling system. Exhaust mechanism. Engine electronics. All these elements determine the structure and principle of operation of the internal combustion engine. Next, it is worth considering what the engine of the car consists of, namely the power unit itself as an assembly. Crankshaft rotates in the heart of the cylinder block, brings the piston system into operation. It is bathed in oil, so it is located closer to the crankcase pan. The piston system, pistons, connecting rods, pins, bushings, liners, bungs, and oil rings. Cylinder head, valves, oil seals, camshaft, and other timing components. Oil pump circulates lubricating fluid through the system. Water pump circulates coolant. Timing kit, belt, rollers, pulleys, ensures proper timing. No internal combustion engine, the principle of operation of which is based on tacks, cannot be without this element. Spark plugs provide ignition of the mixture in the combustion chamber. Inlet and exhaust manifold, the principle of their operation is based on the inlet of the fuel mixture and the release of exhaust gases. The overall structure and operation of the internal combustion engine is quite simple and interconnected. If one of the elements is out of order or missing, then the operation of automobile engines will be impossible. Classification of internal combustion engines. Automotive engines are divided into several types and classifications, depending on the structure and operation of the internal combustion engine. Classification of internal combustion engines by international standards, by type of fuel mixture injection, those that operate on liquid fuels, gasoline, kerosene, diesel fuel. Those that run on gaseous fuels. Those that run on alternative sources, electricity. By cycles of operation 2-stroke 4-stroke by method of mixture formation, with external mixture formation, carburetor and gas power units. With internal mixture formation, diesel, turbodiesel, direct injection, by method of ignition of the working mixture, with forced ignition of the mixture, carburetor, engines with direct injection of light fuels, with compression ignition, diesels. By the number and arrangement of cylinders, single dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, etc. Cylinders, single row, 2 row by the method of cylinder cooling, with liquid cooling, with air cooling. Principles of operation. Automotive engines are operated with different service life. The simplest engines can have a technical resource of 150,000 kilometers of mileage with proper maintenance. But some modern diesel engines, which are equipped on trucks, can last up to 2 million. In conclusion, the internal combustion engine remains a cornerstone of modern transportation and machinery, characterized by its ability to convert fuel into mechanical energy through a series of controlled explosions. Understanding its fundamental principles of operation, including the intake, compression, power, and exhaust strokes, is essential for grasping how these engines function efficiently. The constructive elements, from the cylinder to the crankshaft, play a critical role in performance and reliability. Regular maintenance and proper tuning are vital to ensure optimal operation, longevity, and compliance with environmental standards. As we continue to innovate and explore alternative energy sources, the internal combustion engine will remain a significant topic in the evolution of automotive technology. Thank you for watching, and we hope this overview has deepened your understanding of this remarkable engineering achievement.